Have you ever walked into your living room and thought, something feels off, but I don't know what? You're not alone. Most people make small design mistakes without even realizing it. And those little things can make your space feel awkward, cluttered, or just plain outdated. In this video, we're diving into the biggest living room design traps people are still falling for in 2025. The best part? These are all easy to spot and fix. Let's get into it and transform your space starting today. 1. Matching everything too perfectly. We've all seen it before. Everything in the living room is the same shade of beige, gray, or white. The sofa matches the rug matches the curtains match the pillows, and while it might look put together, it actually makes the room feel flat, boring, and lifeless. In 2025, this matchy look is officially out. Why? Because real style comes from contrast, layering, and personality, not from making everything look like it came from the same catalog page. Instead of matching everything, try mixing different tones and textures. If your sofa is a solid neutral, add some patterned or textured pillows. Pair a light rug with a darker coffee table. Throw in some wood, metal, glass, or woven baskets for extra depth. Even something as simple as mixing matte and shiny finishes can bring your room to life. The goal is to create a space that feels balanced but not boring, cozy but not chaotic. So next time you're decorating, don't ask, does this match? Ask, does this add contrast or interest? That's the difference between a room that feels lifeless and one that feels like you. 2. Ignoring lighting layers. Let's be honest, most people rely on just one light source in their living room, the ceiling light. And while it gets the job done, it also makes your space feel harsh, flat, and kind of lifeless. That's because good lighting isn't about brightness, it's about layers. In 2025, designers are all about creating versatile and cozy atmospheres using 3 simple lighting layers. Ambient lighting. This is your main source of light. Ceiling fixtures, recessed lighting, or chandeliers fall into this category. It lights up the whole room, but it shouldn't be the only light you use. Task lighting. Think floor lamps next to the sofa for reading or table lamps on side tables. These lights make specific areas more functional and comfortable. Accent lighting. These are the mood makers. Use LED strips behind shelves, wall sconces, or even smart bulbs to highlight art, plants, or architectural details. By combining all 3, your living room instantly feels warmer, deeper, and more inviting. You can adjust the vibe for relaxing, entertaining, or working, all with the flip of a few switches. So if your space feels cold or flat, look up and around. It's probably a lighting issue. 3. Pushing furniture against the walls. Here's a mistake almost everyone makes: pushing all the furniture up against the walls. It feels like the logical thing to do, right? More open space in the middle must mean a bigger room, right? Actually, no. In reality, pushing your sofa, chairs, or tables to the edges of the room can make the space feel cold, awkward, and disconnected. It creates a big, empty void in the center. And instead of feeling open, the room just feels off. In 2025, designers are moving away from this wall-hugging habit. Instead, try floating your furniture a few inches, or even a few feet, away from the walls. Group your seating around a rug or coffee table to create a cozy conversation zone. Even in smaller spaces, pulling things in just a bit makes the layout feel intentional and welcoming. And if you live in an open-concept home, this trick becomes even more important. Floating furniture helps define the living room area without using walls or dividers. So next time you're rearranging your space, fight the urge to shove everything to the edges. Give your furniture some breathing room, and you'll be surprised how much warmer and more stylish your living room will feel. 4. Choosing style over comfort. We've all been there. You see a stunning sofa online or in a showroom. It's sleek, trendy, and looks like it came straight from a magazine. But the moment you sit on it, it's stiff, awkward, or just plain uncomfortable. That's the trap. Choosing style over comfort. Sure, it might look great in photos, but your living room isn't just for Instagram, it's for living. And in 2025, the trend is clear. Furniture needs to feel as good as it looks. Today's best designs blend comfort and beauty. Think plush cushions with clean lines, soft fabrics with stylish silhouettes, and cozy seating that still feels modern and elegant. Before you buy any piece, especially your main seating, test it if you can. Sit on it, lounge on it. Imagine binge watching a show or having a long conversation with friends. Because let's face it, the coolest looking chair means nothing if no one wants to sit in it. So when designing your living room, don't sacrifice comfort for looks. The real goal is to create a space that's inviting, functional, and beautiful, all at the same time. 5. All neutral, no texture. Neutral tones are still a big trend in 2025, and for good reason. Beige, gray, soft whites. They're calming, timeless, and easy to style. But here's the trap. When everything in your living room is neutral and smooth, it all starts to blend together. What you end up with is a room that feels flat, dull, and a little lifeless. That's because color isn't the only way to add interest. Texture is just as important. To make your neutral space pop, you need layers of texture. Add a chunky knit throw on the sofa. Choose a rug with some pattern or depth. Bring in natural elements, like wood furniture, woven baskets, or even stone or clay accents. Plants are a great way to break up the sameness too. They add both color and texture without clashing with your palette. You don't need to abandon your love of neutrals. Just give them some backup. When you mix soft fabrics with rougher surfaces, shiny with matte, smooth with woven, it instantly gives your space more warmth, depth, and personality. So if your living room feels a little boring and you can't figure out why, look closer. It might not be the color, it might just be the lack of texture. 6. Hanging art too high or too low. Let's be honest, hanging artwork seems like it should be the easy part, right? Just pick a nice piece, grab a nail, and go. But surprisingly, it's one of the most common decorating mistakes people still make in 2025. And once you start noticing it, you'll see it everywhere. The trap? Hanging art too high or too low. When artwork is placed at the wrong height, it throws off the whole balance of the room. Even if the piece is beautiful, it just feels off. And that can make your whole space feel awkward. Here's a simple rule to get it right. Center your artwork at about 57 to 60 inches from the floor. That's average eye level. It's where most people's eyes naturally land when they walk into a room. And if you're hanging art above furniture like a sofa or console table, make sure the bottom of the frame is around 6 to 8 inches above the furniture, not floating a foot in the air. When your art is in the right spot, it draws the eye in and anchors the room beautifully. So before you hang that next piece, stop and double check the height. It makes a bigger difference than you think. 7. Forgetting smart and sustainable choices. In 2025, a beautiful living room isn't just about looks. It's about how smart and sustainable it is too. And yet, many people still overlook this side of design. They focus on furniture and color, but forget the features that make a space truly modern, efficient, and eco-friendly. Let's start with smart lighting. With just your phone or even your voice, you can dim the lights, change the mood, or schedule them to turn on automatically. It's not just convenient, it also saves energy. Next, think about your window treatments. Blackout curtains or thermal shades can cut down on heating and cooling costs. Plus, they help regulate natural light and improve comfort. And when it comes to furniture and decor, more people in 2025 are choosing recycled, reclaimed, or eco-conscious materials. Think bamboo furniture, organic fabrics, or decor made from upcycled wood and glass. It's better for the planet, and it often adds unique texture and charm to your space. The goal is simple: create a space that's not just stylish, but smart and responsible too. So if you're designing or updating your living room, don't skip these upgrades. They make your home future-ready and feel good too. Mini recap. Are you falling for any of these? Let's do a quick check-in. Are you matching everything in your living room a little too perfectly? Relying only on one ceiling light? Pushing all your furniture against the walls? Choosing that trendy sofa that no one actually wants to sit on? Or maybe your space feels a little boring? That could be from a lack of texture. And let's not forget the little things, like hanging art too high or skipping out on smart and sustainable upgrades. Sound familiar? Don't worry, you're definitely not alone. These design traps are incredibly common, and almost everyone is guilty of at least one or two or more. The good news? These mistakes are easy to spot and even easier to fix. Once you start paying attention to things like layout, lighting, comfort, and contrast, your living room will feel instantly more welcoming, stylish, and up-to-date. You don't need a huge budget or a full renovation. Just a few small changes can make a big difference. So, take a fresh look at your space. What's one trap you're going to fix today? Now it's your turn. Which of these living room traps were you guilty of? Drop a comment below and let me know. I'd love to hear how you're planning to fix it. And if this video gave you some ideas or helped you see your space in a new way, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a little design inspiration too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.